Hello everybody, Shrouded Hand here and got another box opening video. This is more like a mystery box opening. It's another eBay purchase and I don't know what's in here. It was a mystery box of 3 assorted strange items and I'm not like endorsed or paid in any way by these people. I just wanted to say that because I'm going to read what it says on the item page to kind of give a bit more information about what should be in the box. It says, we here at Folklore and Magic have a huge collection of witchcraft and haunted items. Many have been displayed as part of our exhibits here in Northamptonshire, as well as being used by paranormal teams and investigations with excellent results. Mystery box will contain a random assortment of 3 pieces of haunted and witchcraft items. And it gives a list of things that might be included. So yeah, that sounded interesting. I know with these haunted items, another comment I got quite a lot on my haunted bottle video was that people can just sell any old tat on eBay and sell it's haunted, and I did see a lot of people like that. I spent a lot of time looking through all the haunted items, and some of the listings just did seem like they were just getting any old dolls out of charity shops or somewhere and saying they were haunted. I tried to pick sellers that looked a bit more genuine. I still can't vouch for whether there's any validity to what they're saying. It could all be rubbish, but I tried to pick ones that looked a bit more interesting than just the usual like haunted doll sellers. There's like a million of them on eBay. Anyway, let's open it up because I'm interested in what's in here. I have no idea what to expect. Oh, another thing was the seller actually contacted me after buying them and said, do you mind getting good spirits, bad spirits? You know, what kind of haunted items would you prefer? I said I would prefer evil spirits if possible because I guess they make the most interesting YouTube videos. So we'll see what's in here. Bloody hell. Is that might be a ghost. Oh, there's a letter. To Tom. Okay. That's my IRL name if people didn't know. Oh, I'm going to have a look through first because this is a long ass letter, so it might give spoilers of what's in here and I want it to be like a surprise. I don't know what that is. I guess that's a stand for something else. There's a doll there which I'm going to leave till last. Okay. Oh, bloody hell, there's loads of things in here. It said I was only getting 3 items, so what the hell's all this about? I'll look at the items and then we'll look at the letter to see what it is. Oh, another jar. I do like these little jars of weird things. I am a fan of mysterious things in jars. God knows what that is. It's sealed up with wax. You know, you always know there's something evil inside when it's sealed up with wax. And what is that inside? I can't even tell. It looks like another bit of like burnt paper, like the other item I got in a bottle. Ooh, that gives me an eerie feeling. Let's put it back in there. Let's put it back in its little pouch. Oh, it's a little pendulum with like herbs inside. Okay, I'm gonna have to read them. And people were saying on my last video with like the haunted items that they thought I was like shaking the pendulum round. I've been practicing a little bit with the pendulum, trying to keep my fingers still. I wasn't like, you know, shaking it like trying to shake it. It's just I find when it moves, I find it very hard to keep my fingers still, and I've been watching videos on YouTube of people using pendulums. I've yet to find one where someone keeps their fingers perfectly still. It always kind of looks like they're kind of swinging it. Not as much as I looked like I was, but I think that just comes with practice. So yeah, I've been listening to the feedback on the last video. I'm trying to practice with the pendulum, but I'm still not very good with it, to be honest. See, I don't know if this is what you... Oh, God. Ooh, that's a mysteriously creepy looking thing. I don't know why. I don't know why that crucifix gave me a slightly eerie feeling. But that's pretty cool. Let's unwind it and have a look. I'll be interested to read the letter and see what the story is there. Oh, it's quite nicely made, that. I'm not a religious person myself, but I do like religious imagery and icons and things. I love looking at like the stained glass windows and things like that. So much stuff in this parcel. I honestly was expecting like a little box with a couple of things in. Okay, I don't know what this is, but... Oh, was that like buckshot or something? Feels like it's got like a lead weight inside it. There's like 3 different sizes of them. I don't know what they're about. I don't know if I should be handling them. They're kind of mysterious and I don't know, everything's giving me an eerie feeling. I think it's just because I don't know what they are. Maybe it's that doll. Okay, I'm actually really surprised about all the things in this box. Oh, there's like some jewellery. Looks like a bit, I mean, it does look like a bit of costume jewellery. It's like some clip-on earrings. Look like they've been worn as well. And then what's this mysterious thing? I don't know. It's a weirdly... Oh, what the hell? Oh my god, what is it? This looks like it goes with that. I don't know why the material looks similar, but that's an eerie thing. I don't know what it is, but it's eerie. Holding it gives me a strange sense of foreboding danger. I like it though. I love, like, I don't know what you'd call that, like naive sculpture, stuff like that, naive art, outsider art. It's got that kind of feel to it. So yeah, I do like how that looks. Okay, and this is the... Oh, it's heavy. There's something about dolls that creep me out. When I was a kid, my dad had this doll in the cupboard in the garage, and sometimes when I was in there like messing around, I'd see this doll, and it was one of them ones where if you turned it up, it had one of them, like, it makes noise a bit like a crying baby. Sometimes I'd like knock it off a shelf or something and it'd make this noise and it'd freak me out. So, oh my god, look at this. It's like a creepy old lady doll. Oh, your hair's a bit dishevelled, love. Yeah, let me just sort that out. Come on. Come on, there's no need to... God, her eyes are piercing. Look at that. Okay, I don't know... No idea. This is... I'm assuming it's haunted in some way. Okay, so we've got large wooden crucifix. Curse jar. I'm guessing that's what that is. Ooh, curse. 3 times gunshots. Oh, I recognised it. European pottery grave. Okay, my camera just cut out recording halfway through that. So I've read a bit of this letter and it's actually quite interesting. Yeah, European pottery grave goods figure. Earrings and ruby fuchsite pendulum. I don't know how you say that word. Fuchsite. Anyway, it says about this cross, which I was reading away and the camera was turned off. Weirdly, the camera turned itself off. I've never known it to do that before, which is kind of creepy. Who knows what's afoot at the moment. I've never known my camera to just switch itself off, and yet today it did as I was opening this box. So it says, this cross, they believe it's come from the late 50s to early 60s, and it was made by monks, although it says no order or place was known. They've been told it was used as part of an exorcism rite for the family member. The wooden cross was given to them to keep by their... Okay, so my phone has cut out twice now, I think. Very odd, never done it before. Only today, only as I'm opening this box. Makes me a little bit apprehensive, so I'm going to read this bit again because I don't know how far I got into it. But apparently this was made by monks, and they don't know when. The dates from the late 50s to the early 60s, and was used as part of an exorcism rite for a family member. This was given to them to keep by their bed. The family member was then a teenager. He never married and had children, and led a very solitary and religiously devout life. The family asked us to take the items, including this, and they believed them to have a negative influence in their home. Okay, I knew this felt weird and mysterious. Okay, and I can imagine that being used in the exorcism. We have had great success in hanging the item up in a clear area and having it move independently. Oh my god, like the letter and everything. It's like really in depth and interesting. The curse jar was handed to us by a very distraught young lady who had paid someone, a voodoo root worker, to perform a rather nasty curse. The young lady then became more and more frightened as she started to see shadowy figures in her own home. She also heard scratching noises at night near where this jar was hidden. Oh my god. Okay. I'm slightly apprehensive about this. It's weird, like that thing inside's got like a bit of a weight to it. I guess it's some kind of root. But the way it kind of clanks about, there's a certain resistance when I turn it, and it just feels slightly alive. I think it's just the motion of it as it turns in my hand, but slightly creepy. Once again, could be all made up, but I like it anyway. Our own experiences do include seeing a shadowy figure too. They appear to be extremely tall and thin, yet the silhouette of them seems to show them wearing something like a hooded cloak. Okay, the gunshot musket ball bullets, which is these things. They are local to Northamptonshire and were found when out and about on an investigation. They are believed to be from Civil War times. They are very popular for use as trigger items. They hold a lot of energy, not just of the time period, but there seems to be an elemental energy connected too. One of our psychics has suggested that a very young spirit male is attached to the larger piece. She said he is a lost soul, trapped here on Earth because he is too afraid to pass into the light. Through her, he said he was afraid as he took another man's life and couldn't forgive himself. A very unusual yet incredibly old pottery relic belonged to me. I wanted to send something just a little off the wall and see what you make of it. Well, I've already said what I make of it as a piece of art. I've just noticed it like sparkles as well. It looks like an owl to me. And actually, before I read the rest of this letter, what I will say about it, it does remind me of an owl and slash a kind of extraterrestrial type of looking thing, and there is a link between owls and extraterrestrial life forms, and a lot of people who report seeing owls outside their bedroom window, later turns out, like through like regression, hypnotic regression and stuff, that they've actually been abducted by aliens, or they have memories of being abducted by creatures, and it's almost as if the owl, it's either the brain sort of interprets these big-eyed creatures looking through the window as an owl, or the memory of the owl is falsely implanted by whatever creatures abducted them. So I find that interesting that it does look almost like an alien life form, like almost human with its head, but also like an owl. So anyway, let's read on. This little piece is possibly one of the oldest pieces we have in our collections. I found it in the very early 1980s near Transylvania. I found this underneath an old stoned wall of a rural cemetery. I dug it up and thought it was wonderful. It wasn't until I got home I remembered it. I'm sure my parents would have had me put it back if they had known. The piece had been with me ever since. I'm not going to tell you anything else about him. I'd love to see what you pick up. Wow, okay, so that's got me even more intrigued, and I don't know. I mean, I'm told it's old, and also it's described as a pottery grave goods figure. So I don't know really what grave goods mean. Is it just something found in a grave, or is it put with people as they're buried? I mean, from one end it looks almost like a cup, like it could be used for something. I don't purport to be psychic or very sensitive to anything like this, but you know, I'm not sure if I get any odd energies off it or what. I think, like I said earlier, I like it as a piece of art and the alienness to it as well. And now that I know it's from Transylvania as well, that's somewhere I actually want to visit, Transylvania, one day. So who knows? Was it something to ward off? Was it a protection item? Maybe it's got like a vampiric connection. I know people used to do things to bodies when they buried them to make sure they didn't rise up as a vampire. So perhaps this was some kind of device used for something like that. Maybe it was placed into the mouth of people. Who knows? I don't know. I would like to hear more, and I don't really, like I say, I'm not very sensitive, so if it does have any odd, weird energies to it, I don't know if I'm picking anything up. That would be something I'd have to take a bit of time with, have it in the house for a while, and get to know it in a way, you know? So, yeah, I love it as a piece of art and a curious item, but who knows? I'm actually amazed that you would give something like that away as well. Earrings. Now these are interesting. They belong to a very well known at the time transfiguration/trance medium. She worked throughout Britain in the 70s and 80s on stages, platforms and churches, etc., demonstrating physical mediumship. When she went into a trance state, she would rub her earrings and nod, and then say, "Yes, I hear you," to the spirit. These earrings hold a lot of energy, and we have had a great communication with them, acting as a bridge to the spirit world. As you can see, we've given you a little extra as thanks for patience while waiting for your parcel. Okay, so I did get a few extra things in there. Unfortunately, we've had a streak of misadventure and downright rotten luck since I brought these items home prepared to post. I really should know better. I blame the crucifix. Well, I've had a lot of weird things happen when trying to record this video. Not only have I included a few extra goodies for you in the small box, but also a new friend. I'm not going to tell you anything about her, Just don't let her sleep in your room. Oh man, well, I've got to do that now. I don't know if I get anything from this. I just know that the eyes are very piercing. I don't know if that's just a design of the doll. It's from this place, Folklore and Magic, and I think that was the name of their eBay selling thing. And that website doesn't seem to work, but there's a bit of information. So I am giving them a bit of promotion there, but it's nothing. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. This is just I'm just returning the thanks because they've sent me so many cool things. I thought I was only getting 3 small items, and I seem to have got a whole treasure trove, and this is probably my favourite thing out of the lot. Actually, you know what I want to do? Put on these earrings. Bit of a face reveal for you here. I'm sure they're very fetching. This could all be a ruse to just get me to put on some silly earrings, but apparently the medium used to rub her jewellery and try and sense. Not quite getting anything, but they are kind of worn here, the outer ones, as if those have been rubbed. I don't know, interesting, very interesting. And yeah, I thoroughly, this is probably the best thing I've unboxed so far. Return to this. If there's any experiments you'd like to see, please leave a comment, let me know. Anything you'd like to see. I'm going to try with these pendulums. I'm going to do what people said, suspend it from a static object and just see what happens. If you want to give the lady a name, please do so. What do you think? It feels like an Edna to me. I don't know, that's probably just because it's a sort of generic old lady name, but no, that's the name that comes to mind. Any sort of experiments you'd like to see, because I feel like, because this has been such a long unboxing video, I don't really want to do any sort of quick tests with it. I want to maybe return to it and do some proper experimentation with it. It's been a good one today, I think, and I'm happy with that purchase. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already. Check out my merch store. Link will be in the description. Help support the channel. See you next time.